Happy Monday. Listen, bitch, this is your wake up call. You've been playing small for far too long, and it's time to step into the full power and potential that's been inside of you all along. I am Brandon, your Christian mindset coach, best-selling author, and your personal cheerleader, and welcome to the Listen, Bitch podcast. Season 7 is all about unapologetically owning your worth, embracing the bold vision that God has for your life, and tearing down every limit that's been holding you back. If you are tired of second guessing yourself, ready to get out of your own way, and eager to start living the life you were born to live, you've come to the right place. This season, we're digging deep into faith, mindset, and all the hard truths that will help you unlock your next level. No sugarcoating, no excuses, just real talk about stepping into your destiny as a human of purpose and power. It is time to stop playing nice baby. Get ready to rise up, show up, and make this your year. This is Listen Bitch, where faith meets fierce and you finally step into your true potential. Let's go. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, and it's been a minute. And my first conversation in the new year about microdosing psilocybin. Okay. I've been on some off weeks. It's been my off schedule, but I'm gearing up to get back into my routine. And those of you that have worked with me, I do help coach people through this process. I help you get access. From a place that is decriminalized. Okay. There's quite a few counties in Michigan that are decriminalized. There's a lot of places across the United States that are actually, there is a growing interest in microdosing psilocybin. Okay. This is where we consume very small amounts of the psychedelic compound found in specific mushrooms. It's been driven by, a lot of reports, scientific curiosity, and just a shift towards alternative mental health practices, really. Microdosing involves taking a dose that is too small to induce hallucinations or an altered state of consciousness, but it does provide a range of subtle benefits. And these subtle benefits, it's kind of like I've talked to you guys a lot about how, just doing little small things every day make the big difference. And that's exactly what happens when you start microdosing on this journey. There's a lot of benefits, and we're going to talk about neuroplasticity today because I like to nerd out sometimes, and I just think it's fascinating. I think the brain is incredible, and we don't even know everything about it. But what we do know, I think I couldn't even process in a lifetime. I mean, it's complex, it's incredible. And they used to think that your brain never changed. Like whatever happened to it, wherever you were, that's where you were, and that was it. Things have changed, and your brain can heal itself. It can generate new pathways, neural pathways. There's a lot of really cool shit. But I want to talk about just microdosing, why you should be doing it. Okay. If you are someone who is struggling with mood, mental health, like a lot of people report enhanced mood. This isn't just taking my word for it. There's a lot of research you guys could do, go down some rabbit holes. But it really reduces like the symptoms of anxiety, depression, and just overall increased emotional stability. The low dose approach is seen as like the potential alternative to traditional antidepressants, which I honestly think there is a time and place for those. Absolutely. Time and place for those. Sometimes, modern medicine, Western medicine is important to have. I fully agree. But just for the average, mom who's stressed out or dad who's stressed out, it's usual life. You're getting your ass kicked on an everyday basis. You don't want to be numbed down, right? Because that's not helping you with your emotional maturity. It's not helping you grow into your potential. It just numbs you. And so the emotion doesn't have anywhere to process. And essentially, like you start to get sick. You start to get sick, dis-ease, because you're not at ease. Your emotions are stirring inside of you. You don't know how to process them. This absolutely has really helped me in my emotional maturity. Like that level of growth is huge for me. And I'm one of those people that I definitely raise the bar on myself. So I don't always take the time to really appreciate how far I've come, because that's just one of my toxic hyper independence traits. Right. But if, just sitting back thinking about it this morning, I have absolutely come really far with my emotional maturity. So I contribute this not only to the fact that I have been, you know, starting my days out with God and really studying the word. All of these things I think have played a part. I think microdosing has been a gift. I do think it was a gift straight from God, not for me to hallucinate and lose my mind and go to other, realms and all this shit. I mean, just a little tiny amount um, has made all the difference. It enhances creativity, it enhances focus, um, clear thinking, really. And you just get this improved ability to concentrate. And I mean, if you're looking to boost productivity or you're like you're a creator, any kind of creator, this will absolutely be of value to you. You have increased cognitive flexibility. There's evidence, this is scientific proof that microdosing can improve that cognitive flexibility. That's the ability to shift thinking between different concepts and adapt to new information. So this is going to contribute to like problem solving, innovation. You're going to have the physical and mental clarity, overall physical well-being, greater energy, more alert. And one of the greatest parts is that I just feel connected. I think it is part of our human desire to want to feel like we're a part of something. And I think my connection to just even my place in the world has profoundly increased. Like I feel that connection. It is like God is just giving me a big warm hug. And I am obsessed. But there is a lot of research that has been done on this, and there's a lot of movements that are happening to change the laws and change, what's going on here, because it's more than just microdosing. There's a lot of natural medicines that are helping people process through this, that people are microdosing. So there is a new wave of, let's just try giving us our innate right to plants. Okay. But microdosing psilocybin is not the only thing that, helps with neuroplasticity. But it is one of my favorite parts in neuroplasticity. Okay. This is where, we're referring to the brain's ability to reorganize and form new connections throughout life in response to learning or experience or people that have suffered injuries. This is the brain's fundamental ability to adapt and change. We never thought that could happen. That was it. Never thought that could happen, but it can. So it enables your brain to rewire itself in response to new information. So you have these pathways in your brain that, you feel like you get stuck on the hamster wheel and you're just in a cycle, and everywhere you go, there you are, and every year looks the same and things don't really change. It's because you're in that rut. You're in the DMO. I call that the default mode network, DMN, default mode network, where you are just robotic functioning because you've already created these pathways. Well, we break that up. We break it up because what you don't change, you choose. And if you're stuck in this rut because of all these thoughts that have been planted, because of your experience, because of whatever you're going through, you just kind of stay stuck. So we want this adaptability. It's crucial for our growth. It's crucial for our development, not just mentally, but emotionally too. So it occurs when neurons form new synapses, okay? And it strengthens existing ones in response to stimuli. And there's two main types of this. We have structural plasticity, and that's the physical changes in the brain structure. This happens, there are videos you can watch where they actually have brought this up, and they can watch people that have microdosed psilocybin and they can see the structural plasticity happening. So this is like the growth of the new neurons. It's the new communication lines that we're starting in our brain to start new. And then there's functional plasticity. And that's where you're allowing different areas of the brain to take over functions that another area handled. Okay. Especially like if you have been hurt physically, or you have brain damage. It has proven to help with that as well. But the changes are influenced by different things, like your, past experience, learning, memory, your physical activity, emotional states. And the more you engage with something, whether it's like a skill or just a habit or your mindset, the stronger and more efficient the neural connections related to that activity become. And that's why I think it's so important that when we are doing this, when we are on a journey of microdosing psilocybin or whatever you're going to do to promote neuroplasticity in your brain, there are a lot of other ways to do this. Okay. When we're doing this, we have to set that intention. We have to set the intention and get clarity on who it is that we really want to be, because everything you have is already inside you. Like you're the magic, you're the human power, you are it, baby. Okay, you have it all right there. So what do we want to unlock? So it's very important that we are setting intention so that it will help us grow into our potential, right? We want to learn a new skill. Neuroplasticity is essential for learning. Every time we acquire a new skill, whether it's a language or a sport, musical instruments, our brain creates new pathways, and these pathways become more refined and efficient the more you practice. And that enables us to perform the skill to where it's just effortless, like we're not thinking about it. Um, and as we challenge ourselves, our capacity for learning expands. That's the insane part of our brains that I'm obsessed with. It expands. So then we are more adaptable and we're more skilled over time. And it builds resilience. Like when you are faced with those challenges, when life's kicking our ass, when we've got the setbacks, the brain rewires itself to cope more effectively. People who cultivate a growth mindset believing they can improve with effort. And that's what we're here to do, babe. Activate neuroplastic changes that enhance your resilience and problem solving abilities. That's what we're here for. So if you have repeated exposure to stressors, the brain learns to respond more flexibly. That leads to better emotional regulation. There you've got your mental toughness. There's your badassery. Like we're owning our shit, right? So if you can improve your emotional regulation with neuroplasticity, especially like negative experiences, trauma, stress, it alters your brain functioning. Okay. It fucks you up. So all those situations that are keeping you crazy, that are keeping you in your fight or flight, those things that are keeping your nervous system going insane, it is fucking you up. Okay. And it alters your brain function. But neuroplasticity, again, we're going to come in and save the day with this. The brain can rewire to form healthier emotional responses. And this is the key to my practice in mindfulness, because all of a sudden, like I could see the emotions, I could see the stress, and I don't become it. It doesn't define me. I'm no longer Brandon with overwhelming anxiety. I just may find myself trying to worry about the future and I can rein it in. Like, why am I worried about what's to come? It helps me question everything about where I'm at in this moment. That's what it will do for you. So practicing that mindfulness stimulates the neuroplastic changes that help you regulate emotions. That's it. So all of a sudden, you have reduced anxiety and literally improves your overall well being. So shifting mindsets and behaviors is how we change ingrained thought patterns. That DMN, the default mode network, those thought patterns that are just like set in stone. Okay. Neuroplasticity wrecks that. So if you have been struggling, and I know you have, so I guess I'm just talking to you, negative self-talk, okay, those limiting beliefs, all of this, you've developed neural pathways that are not your friends right now. So neuroplasticity is going to help you because you're going to develop new pathways that can foster the positive, empowering thoughts. That's it. And that's why I am that's why I have the Listen Bitch Facebook group where I bring up journal prompts Monday through Friday. If you're not in it, get in it. It's in my show notes. But that's why things like, talk therapy, journaling, affirmations, these can all be so transformative. If you have this, you know, as I microdose, I bring this intention and it helps you create new patterns that support your growth, that support your personal potential. And that's what we want. Okay. Because we are here to grow personally and professionally. And as you take on new challenges in both of those areas, neuroplasticity is going to help you because of the creativity, because of the adaptability, because of the cognitive flexibility. That makes it possible for people to evolve in careers, relationships, personal goals. You're continuously enhancing your capabilities. And if we're going to knock out the physical health and the well-being, it's not just about the mental changes. Neuroplasticity, bringing in that physical exercise, stimulates the growth of new neurons. So microdose with the intention of knowing that you're going to get your ass in the gym or do some home workouts and you're going to be moving your body because it helps stimulate that new growth, especially where we're talking about areas in the brain that are related to memory, to learning. So working out is going to enhance that by improving, blood flow to your brain, promoting the release of growth factors, makes it easier for the brain to rewire itself for peak performance. I'm excited about it. You guys, I know I light up, but neuroplasticity is key. It really is. And to have the intention and focus on that, the easiest thing has been for me to do the microdosing. You could do some research, figure out, what you can do in your life to promote neuroplasticity because it's important. It's a powerful mechanism for your personal growth. And when you start to understand how the brain can change and adapt, you know that. Once you know, you can't unknow. Your brain can change and adapt so you can intentionally start to foster that mental and emotional and physical transformation. And this is how you're going to start overcoming obstacles. This is how you're going to break free from those limiting beliefs and continuously evolve into your full potential. Whether it's going to be learning new skills, building resilience, cultivating, better behavior. The brain is remarkable. It's got a huge capacity for change. And this is the key component of lifelong growth and development. Um, and that's it. That's a wrap for today's episode. Short and sweet. I love it. Happy Monday. It's going to be a beautiful week. And if you're feeling fired up and ready to take your life to the next level, then don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Make sure you check the show notes. I put a lot of links in there of shit that I love. Okay. I take a supplement every single morning, 3 scoops of powder, helps with my skin, helps with my immune system, helps with a lot of things. Okay. And then there is also a button if you are ready to start a microdosing journey. There is a link down below as well. And no, it doesn't come with a big red flashy package saying illegal psilocybin. It is very discreetly shipped from a place that is decriminalized. And I trust the source enough that I would hands down share it with you. I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a review in the comments. Take a quick moment. Just do that. Let me know how this episode hit you. Your feedback helps me reach more badass people like you. So let's keep the movement growing. Remember, you were created for greatness. Keep stepping into your power, and I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, go be a badass because the world needs the full version of you.